From HMS TV in downtown Houston, Texas, tonight is tonight, which can only mean one thing. It's time for Down in H-Town with Jared Bartlett, Randy McCaleb, Nathan Robbins, and of course your host, Frank Caselli.
Joining us today for our second episode. Feeling great. I'm feeling excellent today, actually. Like a weight has been lifted off my back. Found that itch you just can't scratch. Finally got it. But I'm not going to waste much more time. We're going to go straight into it. I'm going to pass it off to Randy, and I think he's going to talk to us about, I don't know, some team he likes. I'm not really sure.
Hi, I'm Randy, and this is Touchdown in H-Town's weekly sports segment. This week we'll be discussing the Golden State Warriors' historic run to 73 wins. They actually got to 73 and 9 was the record they were going for. The previous record was 72-10, held by Michael Jordan's Chicago Bulls back in 95-96. That was a record that nobody thought would ever even be approached, let alone broken. The Golden State Warriors won 67 games last year, and that was an amazing feat. This year, everybody thought that they were still going to finish in the top 2, 3, but they didn't think that they were going to reach the level that they reached last year, and they more than exceeded it. Their run started with an incredible 24-0 run, which actually broke the Houston Rockets' previous record for starting the season undefeated, which was 15-0. They beat that by 9 games. Nobody thought they were ever going to lose. Steph Curry got hurt one game. They lost a couple games, 2 out of 3. The whole season, everybody was doing the Chicago Bulls versus Golden State Warriors, and the Warriors were just a couple games ahead of the Bulls the whole season. And then the last week of the year, they had a shocking and disappointing loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves at home. That loss, everybody thought that was it. It was over because they still had 2 games left against San Antonio. They had to win the last 5 games, including one in San Antonio where the Spurs have been undefeated the entire season. So the predictions were 15-20% that they were going to break this record that last week. It was an amazing final week for them. Steph Curry was unbelievable. They got their 73rd win against the Memphis Grizzlies at home in Golden State on the final game of the season. And it was nobody will ever break 73-9. I don't see anybody ever winning 74, 75 games. Golden State, the records that they broke this year were just unbelievable. They were 34-7 on the road, which is an all-time record. They finished 39-2 at home. That's not an all-time record, but the San Antonio Spurs actually finished 40-1 this year at home, with their one loss being to the Golden State Warriors. But Steph Curry hit 402 threes this season, which is over 5 a game. Nobody has ever even hit 300 in a season, including Steph Curry, before this year. So Steph Curry was just lights out. Klay Thompson actually had the second most threes of any player of all time this season, the same season that Curry had the record for the most. Golden State had over 1,100 threes as a team. That was a record. And they are starting their historic playoff run with the Houston Rockets, actually. And we will see how that goes. However, Golden State Warriors 73-9, all-time greatest team in regular season history. The 95-96 Bulls actually finished their 72-10 season by going 15-3 during their playoff run. So we'll see how the Warriors finish their season, but hopefully it leads to an NBA championship, because that would make them the greatest team in the history of the NBA. And that has been Touchdown in H-Town, and we will see you next week.
you suffer from eye crusties? Our studies have shown that 100% of people suffer from eye crusties. Well, now there's Nox Opticrust. One simple injection into the eyeball every night, and you never have to fret eye crusties again.
May cause loss of sight, blindness, color blindness, explosive diarrhea, freckles, rash, blemishes, increase in eye crusty production, swollen retinas, laser vision, uncontrollable urges to eat brains, burning genitals, spontaneous pregnancy in men, dilated pupils, itchy nose, necrosis, liver failure, precognition, x-ray vision, flight, and in some cases, death.
All right, that was fascinating. Going to go ahead and move on to Jared. He's going to tell us who's going down today, this week.
Hey, are you tired of other companies only giving you crisp flakes or bunches with your cereals? Well, now try Cornose. Buy a new brand. Cornose has all the goodness of your normal corn cereal without breaking it down into other substances. It's only corn goodness. Look at that golden corn, make you smile. Cornose is proud to say that it has no additives, HMOs, or anything else. It's just corn. Do you enjoy the good wholesome taste of Cornose but wish it were a little bit sweeter? Well, now there's new brand Sugar Blasted Cornose. With sugar blasted goodness in every bite. Simply apply your own measurement of sugar in every box to your own bowl, and now you're enjoying Sugar Blasted Cornose. Some assembly may be required.
Welcome to this week's episode of Who's Going Down, show where we take two contestants from any media, pit them against each other, and discuss who we think will come out the winner.
Yep. I have nothing more than the yep right now. But so what is it this week?
Again, it's, usually the guest will pick first, so...
Okay, well, kind of want to vary it up. We did, Marvel and DC last time. Let's step out of the bounds. You know what games I really liked? Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy games in general. One of the, picking Cloud would just be, I'm picking Cloud.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with one of the darker, cooler, more badass guys. And I'm going to go with Vincent Valentine.
All right, Vincent. I love me some Vincent. He was great. Always in my party.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and go with another gunsman. Really known for his aim, can change the trajectory of bullets. Vash the Stampede from Trigun.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dang. Vash the Stampede.
The humanoid typhoon.
Yeah, the humanoid typhoon.
So.
I don't know, though.
Start off with Vash is not human. He may look human, but he's actually what's called an angel or a plant, which is an alien species we don't really know too much about. We just know that he ages extremely slow. He's over 200 years old.
Wow. Old dude.
His species is used to colonize another planet for humans. They use them for energy. So, that being said, he manifests in a human form and is able to do just about anything you can do with a gun.
So, speaking of manifesting in different forms, you do have to remember that Vincent Valentine's, major limit break is he would transform into some kind of horror monster, whether it be some kind of Frankenstein or, I think its final form was a demon.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so transformations, I think this one's pretty clear. And you were talking about Vash being a really good gunsman. I know that's why you picked him versus Valentine is because Valentine wields the Cerberus.
Pretty badass gun.
Yeah, 3 barrels, like the dog heads, like the Hounds of Hell. So.
Well, Vash carries a pretty solid 45. It's got some good power behind it. He's also he lost his right arm, so he now has a semi-automatic built into his arm. It's a cybernetic that he can bust out. Now, the reason he lost his arm is because his nemesis took it from him because his arms can transform into basically giant nuclear reactor rocket launchers.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. That, though, I mean, his arm is gone now, so...
He still has his other one.
Yeah, well...
Which is why they actually call it Trigun, is he has 3 guns that he uses.
He's got the gauntlet. Valentine's got the gauntlet on his left hand. The gold gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's something, right? You know, he's got a missing arm and machine gun heads.
And at the end of it, he gets a giant cross that's a rocket launcher, grenade launcher, machine
So
gun.
obviously the winner of this one would be Vincent Valentine.
I beg to differ, but we'll let you guys tell us what you think, and we'll let you know who you pick next week on Who's Going Down.
That was a great fight. Obviously, there was a clear winner. Next up, oh yes, I've been waiting for this. Back to Frank and Nathan's awesome adventure. I've been waiting all week long. Let's find out what happens.
Last time on Frank and Nathan's Awesome Adventures, Nathan awoke Frank to take him back into the past on their time couch. There they narrowly escaped death. Now they travel through time and space to where we will find out.
Ah! Dude, that was close. There was something just right over your shoulder there, man. I don't even... The brush was just going like this. That's the scariest part of Jurassic Park.
Scariest part, there's obviously the part where
No, man, what, the unknown?
The unknown.
Yeah, the unknown. Where did you take us now?
Well, funny you should mention, I took us to the unknown. No, I really don't know where we are. But there's, you know,
So I have
lots of bright lights.
I have work at 5 a.m. I kind of have to be there tomorrow morning. Are we gonna be okay to get back? Cause like,
Frank, time couch. You're probably gonna miss work though.
whatever.
Okay.
All right, so we're
now,
just
in order to get out of here, we just need to be able to calculate the correct trajectory back home, as well as put in the correct time Schwartz. So,
time Schwartz.
Mhm.
Do we have an extra can, like just behind the couch somewhere? Because that would be pretty sweet.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that
You know
that
what?
was your job to get the extra cans of... No? Okay. Well, we'll just have to land on that planet over there and see if they can sell us some time shorts.
Hold on. I know. Hold on. Dude, I said in the couch. It's here. It's here. I got it.
Time shorts! All right. Ready to go home?
Oh yeah.
Yeah!
This is not home.
Yeah, I don't remember as many cowboys at home.
Or all the tall people.
Well, you know what they say. When in tall cowboy land, abandon your friend Frank.
Nope. Okay. What would the Indians do?
The Indians would shoot arrows at us! Get us out of here! Ah! Remind me that there's Indians in cowboy world.
Or at least they weren't cowboys riding electoral candidate dinosaurs with flamethrowers.
Yeah, that only happens on Thursdays.
Good thing it's only Monday.
Good thing. But
So-
wait a minute. Where are we now?
That's a... Is this... What is this? Everything's like a... Looks... It feels kind of jiggly. Look at that. Like a stomp and it just goes... Ooh.
Frank? Is it just me? Or is that a giant spoon?
Oh god. This is... I've had a bad nightmare like this. It's like... Honey, I shrunk your...
Honey, I shrunk your neighbors.
Honey, I shrunk your Lucky Charms.
Honey, I shrunk. Oh God. We're in Jello! We need to get out of here! I don't think jiggling is helping us any!
I'm not jiggling! The ground is jiggling!
Oh God!
Oh god, we're getting lifted up. The spoon!
Whoa.
The spoon!
Whoa.
Where will this time couch surfing duo go? To when will they go? Find out next time on Frank and Nathan's Awesome Adventures!
Wait, I have Genie Co. How's it go? Simplistic jingle, my genie appears. Sweet. Awesome.
You have 3 claims left.
Thanks, Genie Co.
The suspense is gonna kill me. They can't be doing this every single week. Alright, well, we're gonna go back to Nathan, and he's gonna read us another story. Oh, what I would do without his storytelling. But, on to that.
Good evening, and welcome to Storytime with Nathan. the show where we allow you to grasp the inner nature of a book without parsing through all the meaningless chatter, as we study instead the pictures and brief summaries that allow us to grasp the underlying story. Tonight, we have Room with a Clue, the story about a lady obsessed with the color blue who is quite blue herself and thus invites over a cadre of people to play a board game. This board game is mirrored and a murder ensues. Let's read. Baxter crossed the room and laid the ashtray in front of Cicely. Milady could have jumped, thrown herself off the roof, madame. Uneasily, she tapped cigar ash into the ashtray. Well, I know what you meant, but she resisted the urge to look at the body. I don't really think Lady Eleanor is the kind of person to do that to you. In this, they tried to question whether this was suicide, murder, or perhaps she was merely poisoned by too much cigar ash and fell unconscious, falling out of the window. Let's read more. Cicely had intended to bring up the subject, so she was surprised when she heard herself say, "Oh, there is something else. Miss Chubbs tells me Ethel told you she recognized the gentleman in Suite 3. Gertie looked uncomfortable. Yes, Mum, she did. Do you think she was telling the truth? Oh, yes, Mum, I know she was. In here, we get to see as the party starts to form fractures. No longer do they trust each other. This is going to lead down a dark path very soon. Let us read the conclusion and find out how the story ends. Cicely sighed. They both knew quite well Madeline's reputation for befriending strangers. Most of the rumors, Cicely felt sure, were misconstrued. Of course, Madeline's private life was her own concern and nobody else's. But Cicely couldn't help wishing her friend was a little more prudent in her choice of companionship. Something told her that this time, Madeline could have made a serious mistake. And so it was that everyone was shortly annihilated by nuclear explosion. Thank you for joining me in Storytime from Nathan.
All right. Well, that about sums up our episode. We're going to have to wrap it up real soon. I'm going to let Tiny take us out for the evening. But first, I want to just say thanks again. And that if you want to help us out, join us, sponsor us, any of those above, I'm going to throw up the link here to our Facebook. Find us, join us, send me a message. Let us know what you think. But until next time, I'm Frank Caselli saying peace up, and we are down in H-Town.
Past the infatuation phase. conclusion, y'all. Seems like we've been there every day. Cut that off. Sometime it's heaven sent. Then head back to hell again. Kiss that we make up on the way. I hang up, you call. We rise and we fall. And we feel like just walking away. And all of the chances we take second chances. No, it's not a fantasy. I still want you to stay. We're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we can take it slow. Take it slow. Take it slow. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. Yeah. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. Maybe we'll live and learn. Maybe we'll crash and burn. Maybe we'll stay. Maybe we'll leave. Maybe you'll return. Maybe another fight. Maybe I won't survive. Maybe we'll grow. You'll never know. Maybe you and I, we're just ordinary people. Ooh, we don't know which way to go. 'Cause we're ordinary people. Maybe we can take it slow. 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 Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. Oh. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. Take it slow. This time we'll take it slow.